What is going on, Broncos fans? Oh my god, it's been a minute since I've been up on this motherfucker, but I am back. I had a little side project going on, and I had a dental emergency. Had to have a tooth surgically fucking cut out of my dome piece, and that shit hurt like a motherfucker. But I'm back. And that's the reason I'm doing a video this way too, with just me talking over some shit because my face is swollen like crazy, looking like another professor face over here in this motherfucker. But it's all good. I'm going to talk to you about some shit. We're going to cover some stuff that I missed out on, like the schedule release, the draft, Marquette King being the Bronco, fucking CJ Anderson being released, all that shit. All that's going to be covered in this video, so it might be a little bit longer than most of my other videos. Just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. But we are back. The draft has happened. That means NFL season is getting closer. We're going into May here. So let's start off and say get your gear, because the motherfucking schedule is here. The NFL schedule is here. The Denver Broncos 2018 schedule, as we all know, has been released. I've looked over it. I've combed through it with a fine-tooth comb. I've looked at every team we play, and my record for the Broncos is 10-6. I know some of you are probably expecting them to do a little bit better, but the only thing I put into consideration is that this will be Case Keenum's first year with the Broncos. So there's going to be a little bit of a struggle. I do feel like he'll come in here and play well, and 10-6 will get us to the playoffs. I'm not saying it's not. We're going to get to the playoffs. We'll probably win a division too, because that division is about the same as it was last year. And one team, in my opinion, got a little worse, and that would be the Kansas City Chiefs. They've lost some key players. So I feel like they are not as good as they were last year. Schedule. We start off September 9th against the Seattle Seahawks. One of the teams that I have on my list of most hated teams in the NFL. Why? Because of the thrashing they gave the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl is etched into my memory, and it hurts every time I have to think about that Super Bowl. But we do have Seattle. That game is a home game, so I gave them Broncos a W on that one, because they also lost some pieces, as in Richard Sherman, one of their premier cornerbacks. So they'll still fare well. Seattle fans, your team will still do decently. But you're not going to get a W in Denver. Not on September 9th. You're going home with the L. You're right on the L train. You're going home. We have another home game. An early game against the Oakland Vegas Raiders. We'll call them Ogus. They are the Ogus Raiders. That's what I'm calling them. We're playing the Ogus Raiders. And I think we will beat them too, because we'll get them at week 2, which will be before John Gruden has gotten back into the groove of things, gotten his feet wet again, and he'll still be fresh for the pickings, and we'll pick him early. And I feel like we'll get the W there. So we're starting off 2-0. We're going up against the Baltimore Ravens. We got that. That's an away game. And Baltimore, unfortunately, even though I do watch Engraven vids, he's a pretty good guy. He's a Ravens fan. But we'll get the W against Baltimore. Sorry. We'll be 3-0. Kansas City, week 4. That's a home game. Another W. Why, you ask? I'll tell you why, since you asked. Patrick Mahomes, it'll be his 4th game. Still wet behind the ears. Still trying to learn the game. And you got to go into Denver and play that bomb-ass defense. Oh, they lost Talib. Who fucking... Oh, yeah, we lost Talib. Okay, I get that. We lost Talib. But Bradley Roby is not too much of a slouch. Don't sleep on Roby, man. Everybody sleeps on Roby. Oh, we don't know. Yeah, that's what we don't know. Yeah, don't sleep on Roby. Roby would do his damn thing, and they don't have Marcus Peters. They've lost some other pieces. Alex Smith. They have a young gunslinger back there in that backfield. Take chances. Chances sometimes will win you games, but sometimes chances will make you lose, and they're going to lose this one. Broncos 4-0, baby. Jets. Broncos 5-0. Now we're going to explain why I think they're going to beat the Jets. I just think they're going to beat the Jets because it's the Jets. Enough said. Rams at home. Now this game, I have them losing this game. It'll be their first loss of the season will be against the Rams. I'm not too confident on that pick. It's just looking at it on paper, I have them losing against the Rams. It depends on what the Rams do. Now we all know the Philadelphia Eagles back in the day, like a couple years ago. They had this dominant. Oh man, they're the dream team. Watch out for the Eagles. Watch out for and they sucked ass. The Rams could fall into the same fate. There's too many head cases in that locker room. I like to leave, but we all know that motherfucker was a head case. Marcus Peters, we saw him throwing flags and stomping around on the field. He's an ego. He's a head case. And Dominican Sue is a head case. You have 3 guys in that locker room right now that have huge egos. And there's not enough room for them 3 egos. So we'll see how they mesh together, but personally, I don't think they will. But I just gave the Rams a W just because looking at it on paper, the Rams are a better team defensively. And they still have Todd Gurley. They have a better running back. The quarterback is suspect. I don't trust Jared Goff, but their defense is freaking phenomenal on paper. But you can't win the game on paper. I've said that so many times. Said that millions of times. Don't win the game on paper. Next up is the Cardinals. That's an away game, and I feel like Denver will beat the Cardinals. So we only have 1 loss so far. And the next game after that will be Kansas City again in October, which is a tough place to play. But I have them losing this one. I have them splitting with the Chiefs. That's 2 losses. Houston in Denver. That's going to be a tough one. But I have them losing against Houston. I don't. It's just something about that, man. If JJ Watt can be healthy, Jadeveon Clowney. If we don't fix the offensive line, JJ Watt, Jadeveon Clowney is going to fucking kill us. They're going to kill us. If we don't fix the offensive line, that is. Now everything could change if they fix the offensive line, but if they don't fix the offensive line, I don't see that offensive line holding up long enough against JJ Watt and Jadeveon Clowney. I just don't. So I have them losing to Houston. Then they have the Chargers coming up after that, which I give them a W against the Chargers. Then Pittsburgh comes to Denver. Now, this one was a tough one because I had Denver. I went back and forth with this one because I had Denver winning this one, then I had Denver losing this one. And right now I'm stuck on them losing this one against the Steelers. It's Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown. Yes, everybody's like, we beat them in the playoffs, but Antonio Brown was out that game. And the game before, when we played Antonio Brown, he roasted our best cornerback, which was Chris Harris. Torched him. Burnt toast all day. So, yeah, that worries me a little bit. But I did give them the win for right now. I'll come back and review it later. Right before the game, I'll come talk about it. And it might switch up. Right now, this is just looking at this on paper. As of people that have been on the channel a while, and I'll explain to people that are new to the channel. Before every game, I review the game pretty much. I review the stats. I look at the stats. I break it down, and I tell you who I think is going to win or lose based on the stats. Like right now, there's no stats. I don't go off the strength of schedule. Like, oh, this team sucked last year. Well, guess what? They're not going to do the same thing this year, so I can't predict the future. But looking at the performance, I will say Pittsburgh should win this game. Pittsburgh will win this game, and then when we get to this game on November 25th, I'll go back and I'll review it before the game starts, and it'll probably change. Let's move on before this video gets too damn long. Baltimore. Cincinnati, they suck. San Francisco, that'll be a W. The Browns suck ass. Raiders, I say we'll lose our last 2 games. So that makes what I say, 10-6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that'd be 10-6 is the median. The ceiling, I'll say 12-4. The low end, the basement, 7-9. But 10-6, anywhere between 10-6 and like 11-4, I'll be happy with. 12-4, I'll be happy with. All right, so that's the schedule. I want you guys to leave your predictions. How do you think the Denver Broncos will finish off in the season? This season coming up, I have them at 10-6, going to the playoffs, and possibly meeting up against, I don't know, Kansas City in the first round. I don't know, and probably beating them. They'll probably go. I have them in the AFC Championship game this year against Pittsburgh. I'm just throwing shit out there. I don't fucking know. Pittsburgh and Denver in the AFC Championship game. Game will be played in Pittsburgh, and I don't know what's going to happen. But what's your prediction for the Broncos? How do you think they will finish in 2018? I want to see your median, like how you think they'll finish, your ceiling, and your basically your basement. So let's go on to the next one. Marquette King, welcome to Denver. You dancing fool. But he's here. Help out the special teams a lot. Help out the defense. Just want to pin a lot of teams deep. Hopefully, pin them deep. That means that will give our defense more opportunities to create turnovers, to give our offense a short field. Last year, our punter didn't do that for us. A lot of teams didn't have to go very long. Didn't have to drive the length of the field to get touchdowns. They had short fields, which put our defenses with their backs against the fucking wall. Marquette King, I feel like, will give our defense a better chance to create turnovers. CJ Anderson, I didn't like that release. I felt like he was a very good back. I think he still had 1,000 rushing yards last year behind that piss poor offensive line, but yet we got rid of him. I did not agree with that. I'm not the one making the calls. John Elway is, and like we always say, in Elway we trust. So we gotta trust this man's calls. All right. So let's go to the draft. First round. For weeks we have heard, what are the Broncos going to do with their first round draft, with their 5th pick overall? Are they going to trade it away? Are they going to get a quarterback? What are they going to do? Are they going to trade up and trade with the Browns? Are they going to trade down with the Buffalo Bills? What are they going to do? We don't even know. Well, guess what they did? They drafted the best fucking defensive end in the draft in Bradley fucking Chubb. 5th pick overall, Bradley damn Chubb. Why am I excited about this? This man is a fucking beast. That's why. And we need a beast on that defensive line. I don't think we've had a real dominant beasts on the defensive line, and my recalls since either DeMarcus Ware and Elvis Dumervil. Those were the two names that popped into my mind when this guy got drafted. I was like, DeMarcus Ware and Elvis Dumervil. Now, I'm going to put it like this, and why I'm so happy for this. Von Miller gets help. Von Miller got double teamed from the get-go, and then he would get chipped by the running back on his way in. This man got so much attention last year. We forgot he was even on the fucking team sometimes. I forgot he was even out there. I'm like, I haven't heard his name all fucking game. Oh yeah, it's because he's getting double teamed. Now that takes some of the pressure off of him. Because you're going to double team Von Miller, that's fine. Now you got Bradley Chubb, or a healthy Shane Ray, or a Derek Wolfe, or whoever else can come on through that defensive line, Pecco or whatever, can come through and demolish your quarterback. Oh, but your quarterback wants to get rid of the ball before he gets hit? Well, go on ahead and make a decision because you got Chris Harris or Bradley Roby ready to pick the shit off. Even Brandon Marshall got some hands. He can make a couple picks. So I feel like the defense is getting there again. They're solid. And Von Miller even said DeMarcus Ware came in and helped him become a better pass rusher. So now Von Miller can take what he learned from DeMarcus Ware and give it to Bradley Chubb and make Chubb basically Von Miller 2.0. So if you have Von Miller, the original, and then you got basically a Von Miller type player on the other side, who are you going to guard? You can't guard both of them. You can't double both. I fear for any quarterback. I'm not saying this year. This year, I don't think Bradley Chubb is going to be as dominant as he's going to be later on down the line. He's going to have a good season. Don't get me wrong, but he's not going to be dominant like he will be in year 2 or year 3. I expect good things out of Bradley Chubb. I expect a lot of attention towards Bradley Chubb this season, but I don't think he's going to come out and get 20, 25 sacks. Maybe 10. If he gets 10 sacks, I'll be happy with that. But the more his sack number climbs, the more attention he'll get. And then teams will have to game plan, well, what are we going to fucking do? Because we got Bradley Chubb, we got a guard, but then we got Von Miller, but then we got Damana Pecco, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. I can't pronounce his name. And then you got Derek Wolfe. You got Shane Ray possibly coming in. I mean, you got who are you going to guard? Quarterbacks there's going to be a lot of dead quarterbacks out there. This defense is coming back. Yeah, it took 1 year off. Okay, whatever, it took a year off. It rested, and now it's coming back. I don't care what Talib said. Oh, the no-fly zone is dead. It's non-existent because I'm not there. No-fly zone hasn't went anywhere. No-fly zone is coming back stronger than ever. And now we got 2 youngsters on the end pass rushing these quarterbacks. There's not a damn thing anyone can do about it. There's nothing you can do except for pray that your quarterback gets up healthy and doesn't lay on the ground for longer than 10 seconds. Because I don't think Von Miller is happy about this pick. If Von Miller is happy about it, that means there's something special about this kid. That Von Miller sees himself in this kid. And he's fucking excited about it. I'm excited about it. Broncos Nation is excited about it. And I feel like it was a great fucking pick. And it also made me realize that John Elway trusts Case Keenum. Case Keenum is the man right now in Denver. If he was looking at a quarterback, I would have been like, well, why don't we pick up Case Keenum if he just took a quarterback? That means to me, John Elway trusts Case Keenum. John Elway just gave Case Keenum the keys to the fucking kingdom. He's like, here's the keys to the kingdom, Case. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Take us to the promised land. Win us another Lombardi so we can catch up to these teams, so we can catch up to these fucking Dallas Cowboys, or these Pittsburgh Steelers, or these New England Patriots, or these San Francisco 49ers, who have 5, 6, 7 Super Bowls. We got 3, which I'm not hating on. I'm happy they got 3. There's some teams out here that got 0. Like the state I'm living in right now, North Carolina. The Panthers don't have 1 Super Bowl. Denver has 3. I'm not mad about that. I'm happy they have 3. I'm proud to say, hey, at least my team has 3. Second round of the draft. Well, I'm only going to talk about this second. This is the first 2 rounds because I'm already seeing that this video is going like long as shit. Cortland Sutton. Big fucking dude. 6'4", 220. He's not fast, but he has the toughness and the body position to snag contested balls. You know who else wasn't that fast? Jerry fucking Rice. They always say Jerry Rice wasn't a speedster, but he could get in position to outman and outmuscle any cornerback that he faced. You don't have to be the fastest to be a good wide receiver. Just beat the person to the ball. High point the ball, use your body to come down with it, and then you're good to go. People are saying that this guy might become Case Keenum's favorite target. So Demarius, you better watch out, because he just drafted another big receiver, and he's not going to play in the slot. You're not going to put a 6'4", 220-pound receiver in the slot. He's coming for Demarius' position. He's coming for Demarius' spot. Because Elway did not even believe in Demarius because he dropped so many passes because he's got some vegan diet now, and they're blaming the vegan diet for his lack of production. So what they do? They went out and got a big receiver. Another big wide receiver to say, hey, Demarius, look at this. Look what we just did. We just bought in another you. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to play up to your potential? Or is this guy going to take your spot? Because we just drafted basically you, but younger and hungrier. So Demarius has got to play up to his potential this year, or he might be gone next year. He might be traded like most of the people wanted him to be. He just might. You might see less and less of Demarius this year if this guy pans out to be what everybody thinks he is. That's all I got. I'll come up with some more stuff later. I'm looking at the other draft picks, like they picked a cornerback in the 3rd round, a linebacker, and then they picked up another wide receiver, 6'1", and then they got a tight end, a 6'5" tight end. I didn't even know they got a tight end. I didn't watch the draft past like the 3rd round. This is in the 6th round. 6'5" tight end, 245 pounds. It's a big dude. And they did get an offensive lineman, a 6'5", 305-pound offensive lineman from Arizona State. They got another linebacker. And then their last pick was a running back, 6'1", 230 pounds. That's a big back, 6'1", 230. That's a bruiser. He could be a bruiser back, like a 3rd down back. But yeah, that's all I got, guys and ladies and gentlemen, or whatever, however order you want me to put that in. This video ran pretty fucking long, longer than I expected, almost. So I appreciate you if you watched the whole thing. Thank you. I bow to you. You are now, I don't know what to say. You were great for watching this whole fucking video. Leave your comments. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, they don't leave anything because I don't like seeing thumbs down. They hurt my feelings. They make me sad inside. No, I'm just fucking kidding. If you don't like it, then leave a thumbs down. I mean, if you don't, that's your opinion. You didn't care for it. He's like, I ain't like this shit. But yeah, like I said, leave a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't. Always remember to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Hit that fucking bell, notification bell, so you'll know when another video gets uploaded. It'll automatically know. It'll be like ding, and then you can go watch that shit. Leave any comments you have in the comment section below, and I love talking to you guys, so I'll more likely respond to your comments whenever I get a chance to, because I don't do this shit full time like other YouTubers. I actually work another job, so I fit this in whenever I can. But yeah, that's all I got this time. Let's see, we covered the draft a little bit, Marquette King schedule, and CJ Anderson. That was all my points. I hit all the points. So all my subscribers out there, thank you. I love you guys for sticking with me. Even though I don't upload as much as some other people do, you still come through whenever you can, and I really appreciate it. This is your boy Broncos Fanatic saying, go Broncos!